What is the problem? Restrictions, sacrifice, scarcity, obstacles, hurdles, struggles? I think problem is nothing, just a state of mind. Problem is subjective. One thing which may be problem to one may be comfort or enjoyable to other. Bunk your class, you will understand. Hi, I am Sumeet Kachhara, professor by profession, chartered accountant by intellect, company secretary by interest, speaker by passion, and government officer by designation. Basically, I sell knowledge and thinking. I am a man who dream, achieve, and redream. Born and brought up in a middle class family, I am just 21 with 10 years working experience. In the small town of Bhilwara, with handicapped crawling mother and diabetic senior citizen father, I am burdened with responsibility to serve my parents in their hometown with having outstanding career. In order to prove themselves, my parents bound me in the shackles of discipline, restrictions, and sacrifice. As per the repercussions of their first in the town intercaste love marriage, my parents got expelled from their respective houses. Thank God they have not kicked me for the same act I have done 2 years back. I think the era has been changed from Amrish Puri to Alok Nath type fathers. One thing I noticed, things were not easy to me. Success is mandatory, not an option to me. In order to prove themselves, my parents bounded me in the shackles of discipline and restrictions. I was not allowed to attend parties, to mix up with neighborhood, to watch television or cinema, or to talk or meet my friends more than 5 minutes. Even my mother took a vow from me not to play at a sport in school. I was allowed just for 3 things: study, study, and study. Even my summer vacations were the same. Boring days of introversion. Even at the age of 21, believe me guys, I was not aware of the relationship between Simran and Babuji. And Gabbar is not just lion, a person too. In those dreadful days of restrictions, I felt like Devdas. I wept indeed. I wrote those Rotlu poetries. I got so much bookworm or padaku, I should say, that I studied books in school bus ride. Well, those were great learning days too. I have learned and get career oriented with increase in focus, curiosity, readership, and knowledge. Scoring 97 in science and 95 in mathematics. I am that guy who studies senior secondary books in 9th standard and solved mathematics of secondary class without any school lecture or coaching. So I was pretty sure after this high score that I am going to take commerce, no, science and mathematics. But Alice, you cannot go outside. You have to be with parents to serve them. And finally, I have to take commerce. I entered into the apex course of commerce, chartered accountancy with All India 15th rank. I passed company secretary examinations just at the age of 20. I have learned this thing. Study hard, sacrifice your fun for 5 years and you can enjoy 50 moves. Or vice versa. Well, in final, I convinced my mother to let me release to have national level classes at Indore and Jaipur. I went there and you can understand a mischievous boy who want to explore the world. The kid in me was never set back. I literally listed out each and every restaurant, even checked it. Picnic spots, parks, and cinema halls. Don't ask me the reason. But as you say, spoiling is easy, comfortable, enjoyable. But it has shitty side. I got failed in information system in finals. Now you can imagine the taunts and trauma of family and relatives. You, in pursuit of national level knowledge, got failed. The All India ranker, the company secretary. Man, failure hurts more than a wound. Never get depressed. Never get frustrated. But take it as a challenge. A problem is nothing, rather a challenge or the opportunity. What you are required to act on it. When you take it as a challenge, you will perform legendary. And never waste time and energy. My father rightly says, if you waste the time will waste you. Anyway, I got passed in the CA next attempt. When full swing preparation of my sister's wedding was going, which is to be held in next month. I also got passed in several interviews and got placed at Nasik with all the tabular charts to convince my mother. Analysis, emotions won. The history repeats itself. Family comes first. You have to be with your parents, serve them, they are needy. And I had to choose my career in Pilwara, the hometown. I started working as a tax practitioner because I learned tax laws by section to section with case studies. Detailing with tiny precision is perfection in knowledge. Our mind is like 16 GB pen drive. You can fill it with Bollywood, cricket, politics, or even any media. But that is useless because that are not going to pay you. Fill it with occupational knowledge. You will use it. The very first course I decided to pursue after post-graduation was none other than Diploma in Information System Audit, the very paper that let me taste the first failure of my life in academics. I want to excel it. And in that course from Chartered Accountant Institute, we have to enter by 50% marks and clear it with 75% marks. I scored 82%. The same person who got failed is passing about distinction. I took it as villain. If you want to get a hero, you should accept the villain. Villainy can be anything. Villainy can be poverty, gangsters, aliens, anaconda, or father of heroine. But if you want to prove yourself as hero, first conquer them. Now comes the question of $1,000. Which career path to pursue? Like any other youth, I dreamt of working in a metropolis with my own cubicle, lavish and luxurious lifestyle. But I had to work in my hometown, practicing my own knowledge. In that practice, I came up with an opportunity to teach the same knowledge to company secretary participants. And I took that session. One thing I made a rule in my life: never let go any opportunity. Opportunity never knocks at door. Gone that era is. The era is of windows. You have to grab the opportunity. In that session of 22nd June 2012, I found a spark, a sense of achievement and challenge. In order to teach those 60 participants the same knowledge, thinking, vision, and emotion that I have. I found the intersection of my talent and interest. That is essential for successful career. Believe me guys, in all these 10 years, I learned it. Suppose you want to be an actor. Acting? No. Body? No. Dance? No. Godfather? No. Kapoor or Khan? No. How can you be? talent is required. At the same time, interest is required in order to avoid monotony and boredom. Find that intersection point. Growth, remuneration, scope, position, all are secondary and fruit of this coincident point. I began taking such sessions and started coaching of professional courses. One thing led to another, and I found myself indulged in 14 working hours a day. Starting the morning with private college, thereafter the local branches of 3 leading professional institution in commerce of India. The Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, the Institute of Company Secretaries of India, and thereafter practicing taxation in night. I have done many things, from return filing, statutory and concurrent bank audits, tax audits, peer reviews. But what I found, no file talks to me the way my students do. No audit is challenging than teaching. After all this dedication and determination to serve the professional fraternity and students, I got well rewarded with positions and recognitions. I have been invited into various educational institutions, and surprisingly, the guy who scored 61 in English was judging an English debate in convent school. Starting from the grassroots level to the chairmanship of Company Secretaries Institute, the local branch of Bhilwara chapter. Success is not the end. It is a continuous journey. Dream the optimum. Achieve it as a challenge. Don't be inactive. Aspire more. One fine day of 2015, my college colleague asked me to take a session of village kids in Government School of Raila. And that session made me realize, indeed mesmerized me with the curiosity and interest of the students. Those village kids really need commercial knowledge. I thought, why shouldn't I teach those kids the professional knowledge? They cannot afford the professional fees of the courses. At the same time, I should teach the resourceless how to earn by commerce. I thought school education is necessary to live, but to survive, college education is required. I decided to get into government college lectureship. And my selection without any jack and jack, and in this white presence era of reservation by caste, by Public Service Commission as an assistant professor, is well reward for my dedication, determination, commitment for the development of the society. Believe me, working with government mechanism has added different meaning to my life. From fraud detection, performing election duties as sector magistrate and flying squad, auxiliary and ancillary work to the teaching, and starting a free YouTube channel to the students are the new milestones. In all these 2 years of working with government, I realized when there is a will, there is a way. If you want something for the lifetime, teach. Knowledge is power. Knowledge never fades. It pays you. It outshines you in front of others. Knowledge by teaching can be started at your own home. Don't wait. Share your knowledge. This is not an end, but continuation of the story. The transformation story of an introvert Rotlu guy to the eloquent speaker and revolutionary government official. Thank you.